Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with Brother Bro, and it's time for the Critics' Choice Awards. I don't really know what to expect other than that things will mostly go the way that they seem to, which is kind of every year, and we're going to get a couple fun little surprises thrown in.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe international feature will be fun.
They've announced some of the awards, I believe.
Yeah, I think they announced comedy. We didn't see anything yet. I didn't see anything.
I saw something.
All right, what did you see?
I am pretty sure that what I saw was the international feature winner.
Really?
Yes.
You look happy about that.
I think it's a little interesting.
Oh, wow. It's interesting.
It's actually quite interesting.
Oh, God.
I believe it's Secret Agent.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. It is the Secret Agent.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It was just an accident beating, no other choice?
Bro,
wow.
It did make sense that one of the films nominated in another category won.
Yeah.
Like, it was just an accident. They don't like that movie. It's just not their speed. I have to stop being surprised at how well that movie does, I think. I am predicting it for Best Picture, but now I'm like,
we've been predicting it for Best Picture.
Now it's absolutely that I'm predicting it for Best Picture.
But we were always predicting it for Best Picture, so are you really underestimating it? Not really.
I mean, I think with no other choice, that was a prediction that I had very little confidence in. But I thought it was between that and it was
I
just
actually
an
was
accident.
feeling really good about No Other Choice.
Really?
I was coming into it feeling like this is gonna make sense, because if it's between that and Accident, I was like, well, Accident didn't even get screenplay.
No Other Choice, I don't know if I can predict that in Best Picture. Not just because of this.
No, I do think this matters a little bit. Because
yeah.
What am I going in with? What am I going in with for No Other Choice?
Well, you might have an okay day at the BAFTA long list, but other than that,
nothing.
and even that,
Nothing.
It'd have to do better than Decision to Leave, I think. Comedy is The Naked Gun.
Yeah, Naked Gun.
I voted for Friendship, but, it is what it is. That was the big populist movie, I guess. Young actor? Miles Caton.
Makes sense. Expected.
Cinematography.
Oh, fuck. Sinners.
Train Dreams.
Train Dreams! Excellent pick!
Wow.
Excellent pick!
Wow.
Maybe that wins the Oscar.
Nope. That's incorrect, buddy.
Okay,
That's
all
an
right.
incorrect assessment.
I'm sorry.
So Train Dreams, that winning cinematography, that is the kind of long shot fucking thing in a tech category that the Critics' Choice might do.
Yeah, I was wondering if that would win.
Like if Marty Supreme wins editing, for example.
Right. I love it. I love that
That is
I
a
would
great
like
pick.
if that won the Oscar.
Wow.
Definitely going to get nominated.
Well,
if it wasn't already, right? Wait, I don't even have it in at the Oscars.
Why? Because you have Konji?
Well, yeah. No. I think I did take Marty Supreme out for this at this point.
There are times where Critics' Choice gives something an award and it does not get nominated for the
Yeah, like
Oscar. It happens
Challengers in
actually
editing.
almost every year.
Challengers in editing.
Dolomite in costumes. First Man won 2 awards that it was not nominated for at the Oscars. It happens, okay? Now, Train Dreams, I'm a little worried that it's like a Nickel Boys. They might nominate a Darius Konji, an established name over Train Dreams. And Train Dreams is sort of a cusp Best Picture contender. So I wouldn't go as far as say that's going to win the Oscar. But that's interesting because Sinners is really far out front in this with critics groups. I always think it's interesting how they sometimes deviate from critics groups, because you think like, well, we have so many freaking critics group awards, like wouldn't they just follow along? And it's the biggest sample size of all, so you'd think you'd get the most watered down solutions. But Train Dreams cinematography is a good pick. Best casting and ensemble.
Sinners, right?
I'm predicting Sinners, but it could be one battle.
Could go in an interesting direction. Sinners.
Okay.
Now, will the Oscars take note, because there is now this is called Best Casting, right?
Well, do the Oscars take note of Critics' Choice in general?
I don't know. I mean,
a little bit.
How many
matters,
casting
but-
precursors are there, really? There's like the Casting Society, which
No, that's right.
we have
that's
no
actually
data
the
on
point.
the correlation.
The speech here is important because it'll be like the only one anyone gets to get all
That's a
year.
good point, yeah.
Production design is Frankenstein. That is no surprise.
What else are we getting? There's an onslaught.
Editing
Oh god,
is-
oh god, oh god. F1!
They fucking would.
Oh
do that
my
shit.
god! Are they
fucking
gonna give
would
it best
do that
sound
shit.
too?
Watch this. Sinners win.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar wins visual effects. Yeah, they're gonna fucking give F1 best sound.
F1 best editing. Okay.
stupid bitch.
Okay. F1. The predictable choice.
Yeah.
We tried to deviate. It didn't work. It didn't pay off.
I don't think that I'm capable of predicting long shots at the Critics' Choice.
No.
Honestly, I just don't think I'm capable
We're
of
gonna go
it.
Frankenstein again.
It's Frankenstein for
Costumes.
costumes.
Yep.
Hair and makeup is
Frankenstein.
Yep. Once again, F1. I do think it's getting editing nomination at the Oscars.
Really?
At this point. Oh yes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
It's just such an editing movie in terms of like the size. Like if Frankenstein has the biggest production design, F1 has like the biggest editing task.
Yeah. I mean,
Kind of.
I mean, man, though. Man, oh, man. Not going with one battle after another for editing. What are you guys doing?
Oh, yeah, they didn't do that.
What are you doing?
Kind of dumb.
Sinners missed an award so far, and one battle missed an award so far.
I mean, Honora missed every award and still won. F1. I mean, they did give it 7 nominations, so they fucking liked it. Sound at the Oscars, though, F1, you know, it is on track. I mean, because I don't know what else would win sound. And again, as we just saw, like, oh, cars go vroom vroom equals I give that a sound award. And I can see BAFTA doing the same. BAFTA might give that editing because they love giving...
Yeah.
Actually,
they're going to nominate that for sure.
No. I said give that editing.
Yeah.
Because they like to give the Vroom Vroom movie best editing. Maybe they've changed since, but they did that for a lot of racing movies, including a documentary.
Given the fact that we predicted a lot based on what critics groups were doing, what were critics groups doing for editing? They were doing one battle.
One battle was winning the most. F1 had some wins.
So really, you can't like totally go off of the way the critics groups are doing.
I mean, it's like with Train Dreams. It wasn't winning, but it had like a handful of wins where you could say, oh, that's like a possibility. Supporting actor.
This is a tight one. What are we thinking?
It is a tight one.
Benicio felt like a critics thing that, and I feel like this group is just different. Maybe they're more.
Yeah, but I don't know that they're going for any.
Maybe they do Sean Penn. Maybe they do Stellan Skarsgård.
I just.
Jacob Elordi.
They're going crazy, and I can't deal with this. Who are they? They're giving all their... That's fucking insane.
Holy fuck!
Over everybody?
It goes to show that the votes were split. Then the third emerged.
The third?
The third lane.
The third?
I don't know.
The fourth.
The fourth.
The fourth.
That's some major vote splitting right there.
I've never seen this at the Critics' Choice.
You've never seen this?
I've never seen this.
Never.
I've never seen them go for a number 4.
My God! Frankenstein is going to win the most awards tonight, or it's going to tie.
Huh? I'm fucking flabbergasted. Supporting actress?
Oh, God. Wow.
I don't know. I don't have thoughts.
Is One Battle not winning any acting awards tonight? If we're going with whatever has the most makeup, like we did in supporting actor, then we might go with Amy Madigan. There we go.
Oh, it was Amy Madigan.
All right. So something
Okay.
we called, even though I still think this race is very strange. I would not say we're sewn up yet, but that's huge. She's definitely getting nominated, if anyone had any doubt about that.
Yeah, I think her winning the award here is pretty sewn up for
she
a
might,
nomination.
She can take an award somewhere else. She might take Golden Globe. She might take SAG.
Will she be stopped is
I don't
really
know
the question.
if she sweeps, that's like, I don't know. You think she's going to sweep?
That's currently what I predicted, but I don't have like a very, very strong feeling about it.
Yeah.
I'm still fucking shocked at the Jacob Elordi win.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll tell you how, I mean, I guess like probably nobody got more than like 33% of the
Because also,
vote.
fuck your critics tally. Am I right?
I know.
Fuck your
Fuck the
critics.
critics
Did
tally this
anybody?
year.
Did anybody do that?
Maybe like 3 or 3.
It really is not the case that you put together a bunch of the critics groups and then you just combine them and then like,
last year when they gave Nosferatu cinematography and Challengers won editing and score, and I predicted that it was because of the critics groups. So last year I actually did feel like that.
All right.
Actually did. Yeah, they're just making a lot of rogue decisions. What the fuck is going on in supporting actor?
It's just who wins BAFTA.
Stellan Skarsgård.
It's just BAFTA. or
Stellan
SAG.
Skarsgård. Because here Benicio not winning this, like this was where he had the best shot, and it didn't feel like it made that much sense, and I was like ready to accept it as a real thing if he wins this, and he didn't win this. Song, this will probably be golden. You've changed your prediction to be golden.
I changed it to golden. It does feel like they're not just giving awards to their favorite movie.
It very much doesn't feel like
It's very
that.
much like Honora last year where, we thought it was going to win more awards and it just didn't. One Battle is maxing out at 3 awards. That feels surreal at this point, actually. Given that it feels like it's been dominating the season. Golden.
It's
They
gonna
love
be
their
golden.
pop music. Yay!
I mean, that is a massive, Let It Go level hit, and it's going to win the Oscar. Animated feature, more K-pop wins coming up.
definitely.
I think this is a no-brainer.
K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nothing to say about that.
that'll win the Oscar.
Yo!
Best score, Sinners. Sun design. It's gonna be Mission Impossible. Okay, so Sinners score makes sense.
Sinners 1 score, okay. Normal.
Oh, original.
Oh god,
screenplay.
original screenplay?
Sinners.
Sinners. Yes, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
They had to do that. They had to. Adapted is One Battle, right?
One Battle.
it's One
Okay,
Battle,
the screenplay awards were normal
Yeah, the screenplay
for their two favorite movies.
You know, usually most years I feel
So
like
now we know that. I mean, well, obviously we knew
Look,
the Sinners
look.
were One Battle's winning.
most years I feel like the Critics' Choice goes kind of nuts in the text, and then everything else is normal. Look, Elordi was fucking crazy, but everything else has been like all the major awards so far.
That kind of sucks that the screenplay winners can't get up on stage.
Best Director. You know, we haven't been seeing a sweep for One Battle or Sinners, so.
Yeah. I still think
obvious
we're gonna get more normal, like when we get closer to the best favorite movie.
Well, we're
awards.
close right now. Best Director's probably going to match up with Best Picture.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul
Okay.
Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's likely
Checks out.
winning.
Checks
That's likely
out.
winning.
You know, I like this because it feels like Sinners is kind of on its tail a little bit, and that's nice. It's a nice little feeling of hey, is this a race?
Best Actress. I still think it's Jessie Buckley. I guess there's a little suspense for Rose Byrne because she has been doing well.
Yeah.
But the Critics' Choice are not going with like random indie movies. Let's just put it that way. Jessie
Okay.
Buckley.
All
There it
right.
is.
We'll have my ass on the floor if anything else happens.
Yeah. I wasn't too nervous about that one.
No.
Next one, Best Actor, though.
Best
That will be
actor.
interesting. I still think it's Timmy.
I think it's
However,
Timmy.
I do feel like if they're going to be weird, it could be Ethan Hawke and Blue Moon.
No, they're not going to be weird. It could be Leonardo DiCaprio. That's what it could be.
Timmy's speech, I think, will be interesting because he's been playing the publicity game so hard.
Oh, I would love it. I would love to see it. I already feel like I know what he's going to say. Right? Like,
No, but I feel like maybe
Unless his publicist stops
is going to
him.
tell him to be a little bit more like humble.
I've been turning in it's one of the greatest performances of all time in the last decade, and this was actually the best one that I've ever done of all of those. And I deserve this award right here. I'm coming for the Oscar. Wow,
It's
wow,
Timmy.
wow, wow, wow.
It
Okay,
is Timmy.
okay. Let's see what the man does with his speech. Great speech from him.
I mean, he seemed kind of high and it was weird.
No, he wasn't high. He's
said he-
nervous.
I said he seemed high.
No,
It's okay.
He was nervous. He was just like I'm really grateful and I love everybody else. That's all he did. He didn't talk about himself. He already did.
I
that.
know,
He's
no.
already done enough.
You're right that he didn't talk about himself and like he didn't do that thing, and he seemed more down to earth. It was very different than his SAG speech last year. I think he may be on the way to the Oscar.
I don't think it's a guarantee. I think if BAFTA doesn't go with him, it would be quite scary. It'd be like, oh shit. And if the BAFTA one was Leonardo DiCaprio, you'd be kind of forced to switch over. But
Yeah,
I still think he's gonna. I think
he's
he's gonna.
forced to switch over.
I think it's his year. I do.
Yeah,
I've
I
always
think so.
felt that way since I saw the movie.
Best Picture, probably One Battle, maybe Sinners.
One battle.
It's one battle after another. It's the PT.
And here begins the sweep. I guess, like, in theory, Sinners could turn it around at SAG, but I would
Not
still
just
not
SAG.
consider that. Like, if One Battle won PGA, you wouldn't say, oh,
No.
well, Sinners is going to win.
No. If One
And I
Battle
don't think
wins,
One Battle's winning PGA.
Sinners would have to win PGA. I don't know what would happen for it to turn around. It would have to be some kind of feeling that like we're tired of One Battle, but I mean we're not tired of giving Paul Thomas Anderson the awards. Like he's everybody's favorite guy, and
Yeah.
this is a big moment. Well, we had a little fun surprise first half followed by a mostly predictable second half. We are gonna get SAG, PGA, and DGA nominations this week, which is nuts. This is gonna be pretty irrelevant by then, and BAFTA long lists. That's actually like literally everything you need to predict the Oscars.
Wow.
All happening this week.
Wow.
My main conclusion for supporting actor is I do think Stellan Skarsgård has the best shot to win BAFTA and Oscar. I don't know who the hell is winning SAG.
Right. I think it's anyone's game, really.
Jacob Elordi, maybe even it's his game. He got to make a
Maybe.
speech just now. Sean Penn. I mean, that's a showy ass performance that maybe SAG would like, right?
And we really have to see how well Sentimental Value performs at SAG, because I could see that missing a couple nominations.
Yeah, I don't know that Stellan wins SAG. I just that's going to be a crazy
Yeah.
award. The funniest outcome would be Benicio winning, despite that this felt like he kind of tripped at the finish line, where he was really supposed to win this award, if nothing else. And he couldn't even get this. Secret Agent, good for that movie. Probably going to be in Best Picture. I took no other choice out. I have Begonia back in. Makes sense. She could be 8 out of 10 with Critics' Choice anyway. And I think Begonia will show up on BAFTA long list for Best Film.
I don't know, though. Begonia doesn't feel that big to me. It doesn't feel like that big of a threat.
I agree,
And
but I'm saying it's sneaking in at number 10.
Yeah.
We'll see what the BAFTA long list do for No Other Choice. That could be the only really opportunity for redemption, but I know that a lot of people are probably yelling into their screens, it was never a thing, it's done.
Yeah.
I understand.
I mean, but people also would have said at the beginning of the year that Neon's not going to get 3 films in, and that is going to happen. They're going to get 3. I think some of these craft categories you should not be that worried about. Like F1 winning editing, I don't really think it's going to go all the way to the Oscar.
I mean, again, BAFTA might go with that because of the types of picks that they like to make.
Yeah.
But I still feel like... You remember how Dune didn't win any precursors, but I was always like, Dune's going to win editing anyway? Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what happens with One Battle.
Yeah. I mean, Honora didn't win any precursors.
That's true,
and
also.
That one, best
Yeah.
editing. Sound is still weird.
I think Sound F1 is fine.
Sound
And
can be
F1 might
F1.
get 4 nominations at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Sinners did not do a crazy tech sweep. Like, it didn't win cinematography. I mean, cinematography, I still kind of have Sinners at number 1, as I think ASC could do that. Maybe ASC, honestly, I could see ASC doing Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I could see BAFTA. I don't know.
Yeah, cinematography's tight. I don't know why Train Dreams couldn't win that, though. That makes sense. I barely think it's getting nominated, though. That's my problem. I can barely see it getting nominated.
To me, that's like if Nickel Boys had won Critics' Choice Cinematography, I'd be like, it's not going to win, though. I just think Train Dreams was going to do the very best at Critics' Choice.
Do you think Golden's going to win Song?
Yep.
Probably continues. Supporting Actress... I think this is what Madigan needed if she was going to be a contender at all for the win. I would still say, she has a really good shot at winning, but I think it's maybe 50%. I'm not sure where that would turn around though, because I do see SAG going with her.
But Golden Globes, what do you think they would do?
Can you imagine a world where, just like last year, where One Battle wins no SAG awards? Wouldn't that be strange?
I think the Madigan vibes are correct right now, and the Tiana Taylor vibes are I just haven't been feeling them as much.
Yeah.
And again, I do think it was easier for Madigan to win here than it will be for her to win the Oscar. That's for sure. So I would need to see her strength play out at other awards bodies.
Either SAG or BAFTA. That's it.
Madigan might happen. She's charming and funny, and she has a great narrative. She's like an older actress. Again, I keep saying it, but she has everything but her movie in Best Picture. And every once in a while, as we saw with Kieran Culkin, as we saw with Brendan Fraser, you break a streak. Okay? So it can happen. One Battle's winning Adapted Sinners, I think, is winning Original. And there is a interesting question as to whether or not it was just an accident would take Globe, which I think may happen. I may predict that. And BAFTA. Even if it took those two, I might say that Sinners is so strong on its home turf. Again, I wonder if they feel like they just need to get Panahi on stage for international, and then they don't have to worry about if they give him screenplay or not. And also, okay, Anatomy of a Fall happened, sure, but like Past Lives and Barbie were not really stronger than it in Best Picture necessarily.
Sinners is a very clear number 2 for Best Picture, which is why I believe it's winning screenplay.
Right. And that movie might have 14 or 15. I'm currently predicting Sinners to break the record at 15 nominations.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
What?
I am.
You're ridiculous.
No, I'm not. Do you have Musaku?
I don't.
Why not?
You have like 2 more than I do, though.
No, I don't. I have 1 more than you do. Do you have visual effects?
I do have visual effects.
You have makeup?
Yes.
Okay, then you have 14.
Holy shit.
All it takes is Musaku to break the record. I think Elordi was a good and interesting pick. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to repeat. I mean, do we have to consider that for a second, that could repeat? I think SAG is a maybe. SAG's a maybe.
Everywhere that Frankenstein has done anything, it has overperformed. So it got that director nomination at Globe.
Yeah.
And it got a Elordi win at Critics' Choice. So continues to be the film that we cannot underestimate with nominations. And Del Toro is really giving me a scare in director.
Funny enough, you'd be hard-pressed to find a critics group who didn't do like at least 5 awards for either One Battle or Sinners. Like, they are not spreading the love much. Like, Critics' Choice spread the love more than a lot of these groups did.
It did.
That ends the era of the critics groups pretty much. And we're on to the industry shit this week. So I think 1 or 2 things could throw us for a little loop and go, oh, they're thinking just a little bit differently than we thought.
SAG predictions soon. Don't forget to look at Award Expert to see how you did on the leaderboards.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Do you think a monster and a witch are winning acting prizes at the Oscars this year?